Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope you guys are having a great day. So this is a clip from a previously recorded video. This is a much shorter clip of it. But as always, not financial advice, for entertainment only. Do your own research. And I'm invested in closing companies. And if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. And let's get into the clip. So let's take a look at some of the spreadsheets that we do have here. So as always, you guys know the spreadsheets are available to my Patreon members there. They get access to all these. Also, I've started providing the kind of printout of, or an image of these charts here that are through all of these here for the members of YouTube members. So you guys that are subscribed and paying, I think, $4 a month to be a member of the channel, I'm providing that to you guys as well now. So that's a perk that you guys are getting based on that. And then always the spreadsheets are available and everything else is available to my Patreon members there. Okay. So here's Argo blockchain. We'll just go through this really quickly. You guys know all the details. Stock price is $1.36. Current hash rate is at 2.5 exahash. Future hash rate 2.5 as well. They are fully installed right now. And then when we look at their Bitcoin production here, it's been kind of a roller coaster ride with them as far as that has been concerned, but it has been coming down here in the last couple of months, mainly because their hash rate increase has pretty much flatlined here in the last several months. So we can see that the best month was in August of last year, was 235. And then this year, you can see from January all the way down to March, it has been decreasing monthly production for BTC. And you can see the monthly difference here between the production rates. So they had a pretty nice increase here in June, but they had a pretty bad decrease here in December as well. They were down 51 and then up 21, down 6, and down 1 again in March. So their BTC HODL value right now is about 2.51% of their market cap. Market cap is 97.49% of their whole amount. Their future hash rate, they're fully installed right now, 2.5. BTC, they produced 161 BTC in March. BTC HODL is 85 in March, and they sold 177. So they've been selling more here as it is. And you can see here that the BTC HODL has been coming down ever since May of last year. They had about 2.4 thousand Bitcoins. Now they're down to 85 Bitcoins, and that number continues to go down, meaning that they are definitely selling more than they are producing. And that could be just to obviously fund operations and things like that. So that's not a good sign. If they continue going this way, they're going to be negative here in the next couple, I would say, what is that going to be? Possibly seven months. It seems like they're pulling about 15, 14 or so more Bitcoins per month than they generate in the last several months here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. And then BTC per exahash, we can see here that has also been coming down here. They're way below what the average is for these miners. The other miners are averaging about 80, some in the higher 80s right now. So they're below that. And we've talked about the BTC sold. Let's take a look at the hash rate. You can see hash rate and revenue here. Hash rate has plateaued ever since August of last year. They've been stuck at 2.5 exahash since then. Not much changes there. They had a nice increase or ramp up in the beginning of the year of last year, but then it just plateaued. And then you can see monthly Bitcoin revenue here has also kind of come down a little bit and then up. The only benefit that they are having right now is BTC price going up in value. That's the only way that they are able to generate more revenue because of BTC appreciation. Okay, Bitcoin sold value, you can see here that they've been selling consistently here. They sold the most in July of 2022, followed by in September, then in October, and then it's kind of been right around the 3.7 million to 4.4 million, looks like somewhere between there in the last couple of months. Now, as far as revenue is concerned for the quarters, we don't have any Q3 or Q2 numbers for them because they haven't reported those yet. I would imagine those will be, I think they're supposed to release those this week or next week, I can't remember. But they're supposed to release that information, so we'll get this updated when that happens. But you can see here that the revenue has been coming down, and it is down here for potentially Q1 of this year as well, from where they were. Depending where they ended up in Q4, it might be an increase, but we just don't know right now. Then last 4 quarters, operating expenses. Operating expenses definitely peaked here in Q2. Once we get Q3 and Q4, we'll report on that. Other metrics here right now, we can see here, cost to mine 1 BTC definitely went way up here in Q2 to 40,000 roughly from 9.3. So they definitely put in a bunch of stuff in that one, I believe. And then Bitcoin mined quarterly, we do have that results based on what they reported monthly. So that has increased here in Q3 to 669, but then we had a decrease here in Q4 to 549 as well. So we'll see how Q1 comes in, and I think we can take a look at that down below here a little bit. Debt to equity has also increased. Lower is always better. Current ratio, higher is better. That's come down. And you can see here the total current assets at that time when Q1 was 217 million, Q2 was 170 million, then waiting on data for Q3 and Q4. But we can also see total current liabilities. We're coming down a little bit here in Q2 from Q1. So that was good there. And based on the current information that we do have for them, a lot of the data that I do have is an estimated because we don't have Q3 or Q4 numbers. So we are using kind of estimated numbers for some of this stuff. And the current quarter, we're looking at about 11.2 million in revenue. Last 3 quarters, 2 of those quarters are estimated, right? And then the third one is an actual reported one for Q2. That comes in at about 38.6. So total is about 49, 50% net income from gross revenue. Looking at about 24.9 million. P of 10, we're looking at $3.56. Currently, they are $1.05. Is that right? Argo $1.05? $1.36. I have to update that. That's going into the wrong one. So good catch there. That should be $1.36 here. Okay. Still undervalued in my opinion, based on this number here. And we can see that analysts here have been putting them at, let's see here, where have they been putting it? $6.60, which is on my higher end here. That'd be more in line with the PE of possibly 15 on the low end, $6.60, maybe even higher than that. They're looking at about PE of 18, it looks like, between 18 and 19 on them. So that's kind of high for me. I think 10 is more doable because they aren't growing really that much right now. And there's no signs of them growing forward. But if that does happen, we can always raise the PE based on their growth. Okay, so that's it for them. Current assets, we covered that. We covered everything else. And their current quarter production, as far as that's concerned, that has been coming down here. Let's see here. That's for the current quarter that we just finished up in March. That's a total of 491. So that's actually going to be down from 549 here in Q4. So they are producing less and less Bitcoin because the network hash rate is going up. All right. So that's it for that one. Let me know what you guys thought of it, as always. And I'll comment back in the comments to you guys. Okay.